Hey guys, I'm going to go ahead and do a toolbox tour of my largest US General box back here. I've already done videos on the other ones. They're probably going to be up before this one. So I've got my own printer at work. I like having a color printer, and the ones that we have here are black and white laser printers. And it seems like they don't work half the time. And my computers that I use are not on the company network because they're my own computers. I just prefer using all my own stuff. Makes my life easier personally. So I just pay for the printer and the ink, and don't worry about it. And then, so this one, various TSBs, some duct tape for whatever you need duct tape for. This kind of a oddball junk drawer, primarily personal stuff. Kind of a mixture of personal and tools a little bit. Metric and imperial tape measure, engraver, certified technician badges, gift card receipt things, batteries for my Surefire flashlight that I really don't use anymore. I don't even remember. I think that's for my temperature, my power probe temperature probe there. And they're starting to turn off the lights on me. Hold on. It's getting late in the day. Okay, hopefully that helps. And then various stuff there, some suckers, stuff like that. Those are all files in here. Various other tools that are rarely used. These drill bits primarily just use the smallest one, and I use it as a pin for like time belt tensioners and stuff like that, for holding them back. JB weld for whatever you need JB weld for. Another radiator hose pick. Most of them are in another box. Air hammer bits that I really never use. This is a seal puller. This is going to be pretty often, primarily for CV axle seals, or the output shaft seal, whatever. Okay, spare Milwaukee charger. My other ones are back here behind here. The Milwaukee's back there. Surefire, Streamlight. I'm sorry, Streamlight piggyback charger. I can either put my flashlight or my switchblade in there, and then a spare battery for it for my flashlight. Oil filter cup set that I might as well just take out of here. I've never used it since I've been in anyway. But since I've been here, I'll probably need it. Astro Pneumatic 12-point Axonet socket set. Was a 6-point Axonet socket set. Ball bearing race tool. Vacuum and pressure gauge. Front end service set. I primarily use the ball joint separator, which I actually use for tie rod ends most of the time. I don't like the hammer method. It's easy enough, and I don't do a lot of suspension work anyway. I do more electrical and drivability than anything. Okay. Bottom drawer, tap and die set. Hot glue gun for when I have to do headliner stuff, reattaching stuff to transfer things over from one headliner to another headliner. Radiator adapter set. I don't care for this set. I used it for a while and it was doing good. I actually want to get a full master set. So far I've just been bumming off somebody next to me. My mentor, been using his, but I do want to buy a set. And then a Dremel, full Dremel set. whatever you need a Dremel for. Various O2 sensor sockets, things like that. This is a little pump when you siphon gas. You can do that. Cut-off wheel. If I can change the wheel, that would be good. Heat gun. I like that heat gun a lot. It puts off a lot of heat. That's just from Harbor Freight, so it's nice and cheap, and it does really good. It's the best one they sell at Harbor Freight, I think, is a Warrior. But I do like it a lot. It does a really good job. And then cap and die set, like I said. Various fuel line disconnect tools, things like that. These are snap ring pliers from Icon. Primarily just use one adapter out of the whole set. Cooling system vacuum refiller, which I use, like I said, my mentor's adapters for most of the time, just because I want to buy a whole master set. Dragging my feet on that. Cylinder leak down tester, various clamps just for, I primarily use them if I'm doing like a parasitic draw test. I can leave all the doors open and I can close all the door switches. Mostly what I use it for. Chains and stuff in there for pulling engines. Slide hammer puller set. Used that a few times, haven't used it a whole lot. Most of the time various special service tools. Engine oil pressure kit. Transmission oil pressure kit. Pickle fork set that I don't think I've ever used since I've been here. I used to use them all the time before I started here. Cornwell big boy, I think it's 12 or 1400 foot-pounds for when the stubby isn't going to get the job done. Dual piston caliper compressor, CV axle popper set. So kind of imagine how that works. Works pretty good. I don't use it every time, but sometimes it's handy. This was actually, I bought this before I had a 21 millimeter crankshaft socket for Hondas. I used it once, it sucked, so I bought, the only reason I bought this is because I couldn't get the other one fast enough. I needed it that day. So that thing sucks. It's worthless. Nightmare out of the Honda timing belt. Various other pliers that really don't get used a whole lot. This is a steering wheel leveler that I thought would be kind of nice for alignments, but honestly, I prefer to eyeball on it. It seems to be more accurate for me. AC refrigerant sniffer. This is a fuel injector tester. I don't think I've used that here. Power probe, temperature gun. It has dual temperatures, so it's got one in here and another sensor in here, so you can have one inside and outside the car. Fuel injector pressure tester. Dial indicator, little hand vacuum pump, radiator pressure tester. Toyo digital caliper. Other various wrenches. All right there. Once again, a whole bunch of toolbox widget stuff. Like those a lot. Bunch of stubby ratchet and non-ratchet wrenches as well. They're just all wrenches I rarely use. Big boy. I think it's a 36-inch pry bar. Long swivel. I think this one is from Steelman. I bought this because my father-in-law actually has an old one from Mac, and apparently they don't make it anymore. But it's got an actual, it's half-inch, which this one is as well, but it's got the thicker shaft all the way down, and then up here the end of it just has a little 3/8 swivel coming out instead of this big old thing here. So the problem is with this one, you lose so much torque through this small shaft that it's Ford transmission, bell housing bolts, if that's not obvious. That's what I use it for. But it's honestly not that helpful. It's usually better just to grab 2 or 3 long 12-inch extensions, whatever, for actual half-inch drive. Serpentine belt tool, ratcheting. I think this one is from Gear Wrench. This is a, once again, I really don't need that often at Toyota. I use my mountain wrenches more than anything. And then this is actually a serpentine belt tool. It's helped me out once or twice to make it a little easier to put them on, but most of the time it's not necessary. Straight OEM tools, straight edge, just for checking blocks or cylinder heads. Mac Tools 3/8 digital torque wrench. I just got that one. I love it, by the way. Extended blowgun. This is a impact driver. Small, cheap ratcheting breaker bar, another brake bar. I don't think I've used either one of those. I use a long, I think about a 26-inch Cornwell ratchet. Sorry about the lighting, guys. Long Cornwell half-inch ratchet with a flex head on it. I love it. Another serpentine belt tool. This is actually really handy. It's a lower control arm tool. You slip it on the lower control arm like that, and you stick your pry bar through there, and it gives you a nice easy place to pry on the bottom of the control arm. That's my favorite way of taking off control arms. I just think it's easier. Went to latest feet. Primarily just use them for that end, so I can line stuff up. That's it for that drawer. Socket drawer, primarily. Socket and optimizer service drawer. So, throttle, accelerator pedal holder, depressor, whatever. Various adapters for doing various EFI services, or not EFI, optimizer services for cleaning valves, as well as I keep stuff in here for evac cleaning as well, evaporator core cleaning. Triple square sockets. Various hex and ball hex. I think most of those are Icon. Sunex, I believe this was 1/4 inch sockets, little magnetic 1/4 inch sockets. It's handy. Most of the ones I use are to keep out. And then magnetic Torx screwdrivers. They also have their Holler Torx. I actually bought that set because I had to replace the battery in my Cornwell jump pack, and my sockets weren't going to reach, so I got this, and I actually love it. And then various other sockets. Those are Sunex Torx sockets right there at the front. I hate those. They break every time you use them. Literally. I've used them like 3 times. They broke 3 times, I think. That's the rest of my lug nut socket set. Harbor Freight. I bought them. I liked them at first. Warranted one the first time. That was great. After that, every time I've gone, they show like 5 in stock at every location, and they all are completely out. Vim, I think. Yeah, Vim. Torx sockets. Like that set a lot. They look really good. The Blue Power, that's my magnetic spark plug socket set. And then that small one down there, that's going to be, I believe, Sunex. That red case right there, that's going to be Sunex swivels, 1/4 inch swivels. And a couple other little ratchets and stuff that I don't use often. Any driver set. And I believe that, we've got a whole bunch of either Toyota or aftermarket textbooks, and of course the good old Scanner Danner book, easily accessible all the time. I use that one more than anything. That usually stays in my backpack. I just had it out earlier, but that goes everywhere with me. And then refrigerator full of Dr. Pepper. What else can you ask for? And that is about it. So thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed it, and y'all have a good one.